Hey everyone, this is a quick walkthrough of one of our entry-level assessments for HVAC technicians. So this specific assessment asks students to basically measure voltage across a couple different elements of a simple AC circuit, once with the switch closed and once with the switch open. Now our multimeter simulations function exactly like a multimeter in the real world, as you'll see. And so students will be expected to adjust the dial, place the leads, and then open and close the switch in the correct manner. So let's kind of dive into it. So again, this is one of our entry-level assessments. So this is what someone should be expected to do coming in either out of a trade school or maybe with some previous mechanical background from another skilled trade. So the multimeter functions just like a normal multimeter, and then you can move the dial wherever you want. And for this case, since we're obviously measuring AC voltage, they would need to set the AC voltage to the correct spot, and then the leads can go wherever it is that you want them to go. And so they would go through each individual element, measuring voltage across each one, and then they would move on to the next element. And so in this way, you can really see how well a potential hire can actually do a specific task. Do they know how to use a multimeter at all? And in this way, you can really screen out the people who either aren't worth you interviewing, or you can just verify that what they're telling you in the interview is actually the skills that they have. And now if we go back to the circuit, you can see that the switch functions just like a normal switch. People basically just click it, it'll turn it on, and it'll change the voltage measurements again for people to operate with through here. And then so after the potential hire goes through each individual section, and they'll come down here and they'll click measure my performance. And this is going to pop up our scoring screen. So you as an employer will basically be able to go into the online portal and see how each person scored on each assessment. And you'll see this breakdown of how well they did in each subtopic, right? So you can see, was the multimeter dial position correct? If it was, they earned 1 point. Were their leads in the correct spot? If not, they missed 1 point for every time they messed up. Did they get the correct voltage across each component, etc.? And then if they want details to see more about why they lost some points, they can click detail, and it gives a pretty thorough breakdown of every single reason why they may not have gotten the specific score that they wanted. And so this is one of our entry-level assessments. It's already being used by HVAC companies across the country, and it's been very successful in terms of screening out people who don't have the technical knowledge for them to even qualify for an interview. And as such, it doesn't waste your time, and it prevents you from making a hire of someone who may not actually have the technical skills that they say they do.